I'm looking where? Where?
Dude.
Yep. This is Diablo, MPL Singapore vet. Was team captain in a couple of lineups he was part of. Multi-time MPL champion, and yes, he is playing for Singapore.
Yep, the Singaporean devil, man. I knew when I see his face. Not many people have that face. Actually,
Say that he's a one of a kind. Yes, he's the handsome devil.
handsome devil from Singapore. And now, speaking of, he's picking up the Yuzong. Something that really is Diablo-centric.
That or what was his that or the Padang?
Yeah, the Badang, the Benedetta. Basically, if that hero can fight, that's Diablo.
Diablo.
I just don't want him on something like a Hylos or Uranus.
Nope, not a Uranus, not a Hylos, not even an Esmeralda.
Maybe that's why they batted out. Because the coach will...
Nope, not a Uranus, not a Hylos, not even an Esmeralda.
Maybe that's why they batted out. Because the coach will be tempted. And Diablo's like, ban.
Nope, do not.
Give me the Yuzong. Give me the Lapu. Give me the Arlet. Those are Diablo's heroes.
And they got it, the Yuzhong. Going in the second phase, Xborg gets banned out by Team Singapore. Hayabusa gets taken out by Team Laos. Another gold laner possibly here.
The CC is still up, but no, they ban out the Harif. Singapore, I think a Yi Shin ban would be great here.
Or they lock it in themselves.
Sorry, Laos bans the
Yes,
Yi
there
Shin.
you
And
go,
if it's not, then yeah, Singapore should pick it up.
If not, what would be left? Yeah, that would.
Suyo.
Yeah.
Suyo Joy.
That would put their jungle's pick at a odd position.
Yeah, Braden. Braden is the jungler. It's Bray. Yep. I mean, I should have put two and two together.
I mean,
Braden, Bray.
lot of people are named Braden.
True.
MPL Indonesia's Arashi is also named Braden.
Oh yeah.
Yes, this is his real first name.
Yeah.
Bryden, to be specific. But if you say it in a in a different way, Braden. You know what I mean? Braden.
No.
Bryden.
Let's move on. Ruby banned. So
That's a gold laner.
they're basically.
So they're allowing the
Yi Shin.
Shin, but not the Ruby.
I mean, here's the thing. They have a Hilda, right? So maybe they're like
Someone to jump the Yi Shin.
exactly. And once the Hilda gets the Yi Shin, time for a Lancelot to shine.
Easier to solve the Yi Shin than the Ruby.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because then the Lancelot is not going to have a good time. And the Lancelot had a long day.
Understandable.
So you picked up.
Braden not allowing Team Laos to dictate what he's allowed to play. I love it, Suyo.
And he can fight back against the Hilda.
Yeah.
Right? Come in, immortal form. I'm going to chop you up. You don't die, but I don't die either.
And it also compromises what the Eve brings to the table. Because what if the Suyo is in immortal form? And you know that he's vulnerable to magic damage. Do you swipe him? Or do you swipe the other dudes who are in the zone?
Or Suyu just dashes away.
Yes, because you can just literally
Dash away.
soul surge away, yeah.
Yeah, and then just Diablo is like, my time to shine. Jumps on, Furious Dive,
Whoa!
and the Rizzler. I keep talking about it. Finally!
A Juviana special. Hutavana is known to play.
Can dive this Granger.
LaFell, we didn't see the shuffle, but it looks like it's a gold lane Lapu-Lapu.
It is. Keith will be the one using it. Also known as Vanix.
That's Lord Vanix.
Vanix! Dude, Singapore, this is a pretty all-star lineup. No wonder they got a game off of Malaysia.
So we should be surprised. Again, we were just breaking it down based on the clips we saw, right?
No wonder the Leo Mort came out. That was one of Vanix's heroes.
Lord Vanix.
Oh my god. It's bad for me because I'm Johorian and Johor in Malaysia is next to Singapore.
Yep.
So they should be super familiar to me, and I'm like, I'm missing so much, right? I'm missing so much. But either ways, this is like from Laos. This is traditional MLBB, having the Eve as well as the Granger, a lot of siege. Amazing.
It's just the Terizla that's introducing a new, part of the equation, but it makes sense. While for Singapore, a lot of new stuff involved here. Hey, wait! The action started.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, Singapore going up against Laos. And here, an early attack coming in from Cinderdead. Try to deal damage onto Jay and Aaron. And both taking quite a bit of damage. So, Braden is actually doing quite a lot of damage on the Cinnadad, but he himself is taking a lot of Vitalize, had to be used up just to make sure Team Singapore is not forced back into the base.
Yep, that was a little bit of a lot for nothing. All three members of Team Singapore understood and nodded, yeah, that wasn't worth it.
Yep.
We took too much damage for what we were threatening. Talk about the other lanes. That was the mid-trio versus the mid-trio from both teams. How about that gold lane, Lapu-Lapu versus Granger?
Well, we got to talk about it a bit later because Sin Bandit is in the face of Brayden. Brayden took a bit of damage, but same can be said about Sin Bandit.
He's dead.
He flickers out.
Here comes Keith. Here comes Keith.
He's dodging. He's bobbing and weaving left and right, and now it's out of there. Sin Bandit is safe.
Moves and grooves. Plural. All right. Gold lane, Lapu-Lapu. He's able to get out of the lane and not get punished, so I think he's clearing fast enough.
Level 4, all in. What can the Granger do? Unless the Granger kills him first, he's there. And he's going to stake onto you.
That's right. And then if you go away, he'll go ahead and rotate.
Exactly. So, fought a few Lapu gold in my time. If you're a marksman, you don't like it.
If you're a fighter.
It's okay. It just feels like an EXP.
So you're like an EXP with less EXP, more gold.
Exactly. There you go.
All right. Turtle now. About to get taken.
What?
How did opposite secure it? RWM up. Singapore wondering where it all went wrong. Nice knock-up coming in from Diablo. Wee Loon pushing back the rest of Team Laos. And that is with Avance. Juviana walking away. Brayden in trouble. First blood drawn. Sin Bandit finds him.
And all the way, Keith jumps onto the back, gets onto opposite. At that point, no more battle spells to help it now, but Keith gets taken down. Sin Bandit with the double. Team Laos securing 4 kills here in the 2-minute mark against Singapore.
LaFell, amuse me here. Could Fatigue be a key player? Because Singapore looks like they're taking fights that they shouldn't have. This one included. Wee Loon might just go down. Shaw, essence enough to keep him alive.
Barely. The Vengeance Strike, I believe, was on him, but not enough damage. And if that was the lead, then he's dead. What was the question again?
Oh, do you think...
I'm sorry.
Rewind. Do you think Singapore's a little... Oh, my God, it's happening! Level 4 all in! The tip of the bravest fighter plus Jay has secured the kill.
Forget your question. Let's move on.
I'll ask it again later.
Okay, sure.
Because it's a valid question at multiple stages of the game.
Okay, nothing's going to happen right now.
Okay. You think Singapore's fatigued? You're seeing some weird moves from them this early on.
I think it is a factor, 100%, because something that we do have to consider, right? This is just about the country of Singapore, not a lot of full-time players.
That is just the, I don't want to say sad truth, but it's a situation they're dealing with.
They're mostly part-time, either studying, working.
Only very few of them can actually do it full-time.
Exactly. So, out of everyone in competition, they're the one that hasn't been battle-tested to that point, right? To be lasting the entire day.
Yeah. Or not even just a whole day, like weeks on end of just sheer competition. And I'm pretty sure the preparation involved was grueling. Turtle spawns in the upper quarter. Folks, a quick reminder, the first turtle of this game was taken by an Eve.
What's to stop her from getting it again? Look at this. Keith jumps in. The Lancelot still secures it. Keith all alone. The backup is not there. He tried to do a lot, but he forgot his goal laner, not EXP.
Leon Esports just pushing the advantage right now. Singapore, where do they find the answer? Because they are a fighter side lane comp. Where's the power spike, LaFell? What are they waiting for?
I don't think it's about waiting. It's actually about moving as a team.
So what are they looking for?
Fight as a team. Because look at this. They keep going in one by one by one.
Or 2x2s.
And then here's the thing. They have a lot of ways to link their abilities together to lock one target. And then look at what Keith is doing. He's trying to get the solo plays over and over again. And by the time other people come back, it's like, hey, what to do?
Uh-oh. Real revelation. Used to try and keep Keith in check and down 6 feet under. Doesn't happen. Able to dash out, survives.
So the timing is the next turtle. You got to make sure that Wheelan is there, same as Jay. Same as Jay as well as Brayden. At least this tree is there, you're good. Even if Keith is not there, just stay in the lane. It should be A-okay. Jay, unbreakable, onto the Hilda.
Not having any of it.
I mean, probably didn't have to commit for the conceal. fatigue. Fatigue is a thing.
Speaking of conceal, in comes Sin Bandit. They find Wee Loon, forcing that defensive Black Dragon form. Not enough. That is the DOT from the Terizla taking him down.
The easy way to explain is right now, unfortunately, Team Singapore, they're autopiloting.
Yeah.
Right? It's like they move, but their mind is not processing what's going on to the game.
They're taking things at face value. And you're playing against a team like Laos, you can't do that. They're a team that, again, you might say is from a smaller region, the Mekong, but these players, some of them, have been around since before the pandemic. So they've been playing this game a long time, and they know when a team isn't all there, they're going to take advantage. They're building up to a 5,000 gold lead, LaFell. This is looking harsh. It's not going to happen. What you said earlier about, Wee Loon, about Jay, about Keith being in the same spot at the same time, they lose out on the final turtle.
Keith does jump in, though. Traction Pulse gets onto 2, gets a kill onto the Granger, but all the way in the back, Sin Bandit gets Aaron. And all the while, the front line of Laos is not going to get taken down by Team Singapore, and Wee Loon has nowhere to go. Double kill for the Terizla.
That's right.
I cannot say his name. I apologize.
That's Putavan, also known as Juviana.
Thank you very much.
Patazone, the only player traded out for one more kill. Sin Bandit gets shut down by Braden.
And that's needed.
Yeah, anything for Singapore right now is definitely going to be a help. They got to close this 4K gold gap.
The crazy thing is, like, if Singapore is legit just fatiguing, can you even blame them? They went up against multiple high-tier, plays here. Now, Putavan is 1v2, and he can take all of this. Wee Loon with the Black Dragon form jumps in, sees that the Granger as well as the Eve is all the way in the back. All the while, Terizla finally gets shut down by Aaron. And now Citadet is around the vicinity. He's going for a flank. He sees Wee Loon. He sees Braden. He's jumping all around. The abilities are not hitting just yet.
Oh, AOG, an attempt by Jay to save the situation. Instead, him and Wee Loon fall. Another couple of free kills for Laos.
And right now, Laos, they're not stopping. They're getting the buffs. They're getting all the jungle creeps as they can. Sim Bandit even waiting on the purple. Laos is taking everything on the table for free. Braden does have that war axe, but at this point, probably not going to help him survive the onslaught that Laos is showing.
I think that war axe is like 2 minutes too late.
Yeah.
It's a difficult time to be the Suyo in this current game. You usually want to at least be at parity or be way ahead, snowball as a Suyo. Right now, they are so far behind. They're 5,000 gold behind, and the Lord spawning means Laos can just take this up a notch, build up to a 7,000 gold lead. Look at how willing Sin Bandit is to walk into that K-Brush.
From bad to worse. Right now, even the Granger has that malefic roar. So the defense items you're building is at half value at this point.
Oh, Braden gets caught up by 2 for free. The AOG looking to answer back. Real revelation from opposite the answer. The Black Dragon form. Keith, unable to hold the line, falls at the hands of Citadet. And now they push the advantage. Singapore know better than to fight against a full 5-member squad. Laos gonna wait for that wave to push in mid, all the while take the Lord.
Yeah, again, this is just a problem where a draft like Lao, when it ramps up, it's hard to fight against because you got to deal with the tankiness of the Terizla. And sure, Hilda is tanky, but at this point, the more pressing matter is the damage. And it gets onto the target that the Hilda wants. No one can stop this. It's like swiper, no swiping. Hilda, stop stomping. Hilda can't stop stomping.
She will keep going.
She's wearing the boots.
Again, what do? You send the Black Dragon form. Good luck. You wasted a major resource just to stop a roamer. You use the traction pulse. That's another ult just to stop a roamer. And it's not even to confirm a kill. Because what Sin Bandit can do is flicker, go into a brush, and then get away with it. Oh, no. Putavan almost got away with it. Swiping away. Down goes Keith. And here comes the rest of Team Singapore. Unsynchronized attack, costing them 1 death at a time. Wee Loon, Braden, and Keith off the map.
You know what's demoralizing? The fact that there were so much mistakes from Putavan, and he still survives. Look at this. He's tanking the crystal, and he was like, "Oh wait, my bad. Let me just back up just a little bit."
LaFell, this is a almost fully scaled up BOS. It's been a while since we've seen the Body Smith in action, given how it was recently revamped and nerfed. I'll call it a nerf because it scales with level now.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
it only really reduces the hits you take up to a cap only if you're fully leveled up. So he's approaching that level, and now even the frontline fighters of Singapore have to think twice how to take down just the EXP laner.
Let's recap on what happened. Terizla misses the penalty zone, gets pushed by the holy defense, gets pulled back by the traction pulse, gets hit by the, almost got hit by the AOG, took damage from the turret and from everyone from Singapore,
And still walked away.
act like nothing happened.
Who is he, John Wick?
His aura, but either ways, RWM used to siege this turret.
Oh!
And all the while, the last gets a kill, but he
Still,
dies.
Death gets punished hard. Jay able to AO Jay out of there. 1 for 1. For the price of an inhibitor, I'll take that deal any day.
Dude, like 12 minutes in, no turrets left for Team Singapore,
And no turret's taken.
and no turrets taken. Hey, that's a positive. You know why?
Why?
That means when they eventually get a comeback, a lot of standing goal on the map.
Sure. Like, force multiplier, the whole comeback. And now, oh my God, Futavan went 3v1. And Brayden still fell. Black Dragon form by Weeloon. Jay gets taken out. I can imagine the stacks on Tata Sao and Skypiercer now.
At that point, I feel like even Singapore, as they're talking about them engaging on this Terizla, they're like, wait, was this worth it? Do we use everything and he's still alive? It's like going in the boxing ring with Mike Tyson or something. It just doesn't go down.
You're the bad man.
Stop.
You just don't do that.
Stop. The minions are there.
Oh my
Save the
God!
dead.
It's just Weeloon left to defend. Brayden spawns, but it's too late. Team Laos take game 1.
Laos getting a point here off of Singapore. But hey, here's the thing, man. If I know Singapore, they don't mind even going 0-2. At least they can go back and say, we got a point off of Malaysia.
Yes.
That's I mean, like, again, of course they want to win. Of course they want to win.
Yes.
But if I know my boys from Singapore, they're like, we'll get the wins that we can basically tell other
The
people.
one off of Malaysia was the sweetest.
That was pretty sweet. Indo couldn't do it.
You know what? I agree with you because it's like they're on different pages, right? They're not even reading the same book, these two teams.
Yeah.
It's like Laos is so locked in, they will do anything and everything to get the job done. And they did. I'll tell you now, give them kudos for drafting such a awesome 2025 lineup, save for that Terizla. But it was good either way.
No, I think the Terizla actually enhanced it.
Exactly. It's a nice injection of a new pick.
Exactly. So it gave what the team needed, and that's a front line that's not the Uranus.
That deals damage.
I prefer Terizla over Uranus. I don't know if that's a hot take.
I'm otherwise. I still like Uranus. Just sadly,
Nah.
the times we've seen him on broadcast just didn't do much. I've seen Uranus win games single-handedly.
I've seen.
I'll tell you now, Uranus might have been responsible for getting Team Falcons PH to the playoffs.
Terizla is cooler. Either ways, like
I did not concede a loss in that argument. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
like not beating around the bush, it's pretty clear that Singapore, they got the mechanics and everything, but just not coordinate, right?
They weren't all there.
Yeah, so Keith overextends quite a lot trying to go for that hero
He was
play.
playing very.
I mean, like, I did tell you, right? Level 4, you jump in straight on the Granger and then kill him a bunch of times.
Yeah, face value, he was doing the right thing
Yeah.
in the moment.
It was just nice if there was someone there to back him up in case things go south.
Or if it led to something else. Or
Yeah.
if they were setting something else up across the map.
Like, plenty of times he jumps in, he's all alone.
Then what?
And then it's like, gee, thanks. And they're like, hey, that's on you. We didn't ask you to go in.
Hey, look, I killed the Granger. Nice, anyways. That's what it translated to.
Exactly. Not gonna lie, there are some caster friends, I would probably do that too. They jump in, I'm like, hey, good on you.
Anyways.
Anyways, we're gonna do something else. It's like, but I die. It's like, on you. You should have known better.
Are we still talking in game?
Anyways, Laos, congratulations for the point over Singapore.
That's right.
This is the best of 2, so they got that 1 point.
Oh, look at the impressive damage dealt, damage received stat on Futavan.
How am I not surprised?
It's a Body Smith at work.
The turrets couldn't kill him.
They couldn't.
They tried. Not for the lack of trying. Like, full team of Singapore and the turret, and then the Terizla is still smiling. He is like...
Futavan was ready for more.
He's like, hey, I'm good. I don't understand why other people didn't pick me up, but just saying. Julian got buff when it's time for the daddy Terizla to get it.
Will we see him in the next few days?
Probably not, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it because if the Lapu Yuzong is up, probably not.
Yeah, Lalapu use off the Arlot. I think Arlot
And-
over Terizla.
And as they say, Uranus as well. As long as you basically know picks like the Lunas is not gonna be there. Basically no Shredder, right? If there's no Shredder, Uranus will be fine.
Yeah. And if the opponent has like these weird stationary heroes
Yes.
that
yes.
want to be left alone, Uranus will be the death of them.
Going up against the Yusun Shin, you just be in his face.
Yep.
And be like, you want to use your turtle on me? Good. My teams are fine.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're untouched, I'm happy.
Yep. Uranus is really good against DPS.
Yeah. A celestial being that doesn't like people dealing damage to his team.
Or gravity. The only time Uranus ever touches the ground is when he's dead.
Yeah. And he doesn't die that often, as you said, if in the right conditions.
Even in the wrong conditions. Remember, who was it? Leonardo, right? It's not like he died a lot. It's just like he wasn't really contributing much to what the rest of his team wanted to do.
I remember Cram dying level 1 when he was cutting the wave against an Esmeralda.
Was this in the grand finals?
No. It was in Riyadh.
Yeah, exactly. Was it in the grand finals?
No. It was like group stage or something like that.
Okay, but it cost him. No, it
Yes.
didn't. No. If anything, I think he recovered.
He was like, okay, don't do that again. And then we're good. And then he doesn't pick up the hero again. Went straight for the good old Lapu.
Yep.
And etc. Speaking of, this is a situation where looks like something is going on.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to hear the story, though.
we have one more game after this between Laos and Singapore. But right now we're going for a short break. After we return, we're going to continue this best of 2. the teams are already on the stage, and we're about to start the second game here between Laos going up against Singapore. And maybe Singapore is recovered. I think knowing Singapore, they're like, okay, we know what went wrong, so just don't do that.
Could be the same story as their bout against Malaysia. They lost game 1, then came back game 2, took names, kicked butt, and again, that might have been the highlight of something that happened off broadcast today.
Laos bans out the Jushin, so like, okay, what's next, right? Because in a way, Singapore was they got a good draft, having Jushin and Baxia pretty strong.
Yeah.
And then everyone else. So is there going to be something local here? Because even though Singapore is known for like a Martis mid, the player's not there.
It's not him.
It's not him. But what if he's like,
Him is actually Filipino.
yes. But what if Aaron is like, that doesn't look hard. What do you mean I can't do it?
Who are you to say?
Or maybe he just says like, no.
More than cheesier picks coming through, I'd like to see them just really play well with each other.
Just do normal things good.
With each other. I think it's more about a matter of synergy and chemistry than individual execution, because I don't doubt that these players on a individual level can perform. Like, I know that much. But putting it all together, because again, they're from different teams.
Yeah, and here's the thing, you know how I said for Timor-Leste? Overload. Do a lot of damage. For Team Singapore, if I was a coach, what kind of draft can I give that they don't have to think?
Again, more damage.
I mean, not necessarily. Just use a hero that basically you don't have to press a lot of buttons.
So a simple hero.
Exactly. Simple. Like, it's a very straightforward plan. Front to back. You be in the front. You be in the back. And then you press the retribution when the time is right.
We're going into Flying Clouds for the final game on broadcast here today. You know what? I'm still going to die on a hill that Singapore needs to play more damage.
Okay,
The
Singapore.
fact that Flying Clouds is the map incentivizes just constant fighting.
Okay, this is what you're going to do, okay?
Okay.
Ban Hilda, take Lance. Good start.
Ban Hilda, take Lance. You know what? I'll double you down. Ban Hilda, ban Kalia. Take Lance.
Why not? Right? Why not?
Do me
Because
a solid, Braden.
at that point, even if threats like the Eve is there, the Hayabusa is there, it's manageable, right? It is completely manageable. And because not strong, but like as usable as the CEO is in this current form, it just needs a hero with a bit more practice to get used to the change in the cooldowns and etc. And Laos is actually the one to ban out the Hilda, but again, they are in the second pick. They can't risk Singapore picking it up. So Singapore banning out the Uranus as well as the Eve. In this position, maybe first picking a Yi Shin might help out quite a bit. It allows for double fighters.
It's still open.
Yeah.
It's still open. Singapore on the play. They've yet to ban out that other pick. Okay, so those are two valid picks, I'd say. The Lancelot and the Yi Shin. So if they ban the Kalia here, they're telegraphing the Lancelot. If they ban something else, they're telegraphing the Yi Shin, which both are solid in my book. Because it's Laos who bans the Hilda. And the Zushin is still open. So I think Laos should ban the Zushin now.
Wait, they banned SB. Do they want to go for a first pick Lapu? Because again, I mean, like as crazy as it is, few teams have made it work.
Keith wasn't bad, so sure, yeah.
I mean,
And
maybe,
then, so you go Lapu, and then whatever ends up left for the Lance and the
let Wheelon play it.
Yi Shin. That too, sure.
Because Keith could go back to something like Leomord if he does want to go for that fighter. If not, Granger, Harif, Natan.
So it's a Grok they ban out. I think Lapu-Lapu, yes. Lapu-Lapu is irreplaceable. Between the Yi Shin and the Lance, like you could end up with either and be fine.
So, a lot of options here. In terms of the mid, I feel like you can pick up the Jushin though. Right? So, options. Lapu, Jushin, Lance, YSS, Haya. So, yeah, they go for the Jushin. That's got the game win against Malaysia. And you don't have the Baxia, but the Baxia was blue 4 anyways. So, clearly not a priority for Singapore.
So they do get the Zushin, and they'll still end up with either the Lancelot or the
Lancelot, Yi Shin, Haya. There's options.
and Lapu-Lapu most likely, because Laos is going to take one of those three.
unless they're feeling the Terizla again. But yeah, no, against the Jushin, probably Yuzong. Yeah, Yuzong gets picked up alongside with the Khalid. Pretty early on the Khalid here, but maybe just to deny Singapore, because if I remember correctly, that was the roamer used to do in Malaysia as well. So taking away the combo.
Oh, wow. The Team Laos are digging deep. They're like, yep, let's take notes. This is what happened then. And this is how we do it. Coach Trecartista actually going to work here. I like it. I respect the game. I respect the hustle, sir. So does Singapore now choose their jungler of choice or hope that one of these three are still on the board after bans? Or is that too much to ask? I think it's too much to ask.
What does Weilun want? Because the Lapu against the Yuzong, not exactly a great time. Yep.
For sure. Lafel, I'm surprised that Ruby has become that much of a priority in the gold lane.
Yeah.
She is her.
No, because it's one of those, it's weird. As a gold laner, you don't need money, right? I mean, you need enough to get like War Axe, and then after that,
You're fine.
you know what? Who else wants gold? Go ahead. Let me move around the map. Let me
give it to you even.
like, I'm not enough to be an EXP, and not so much like a roam. I'm just in this awkward middle, so I'm gonna be
I can be both.
a support gold lane, kind of like a Cyclops, a support gold lane, which does damage.
How odd is it that it's not Singapore who plays the Cyclops?
Hey, not yet.
This is their last chance to do so.
Yes. They banned out the Kimmy,
They don't have any magic damage, maybe.
right? Because the Jushin ish, but it kind of just ramps up over time. Not enough burst. So Kalia gets banned out. They should ban the Ruby, because even if Laos picks up the Ruby, there's just not enough damage.
Yeah, Laos can't, so they should just ban it out.
So the CC is still up, which does damage ish, but I feel like something like a Harif would work well for Laos.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Esme is not there. And if the Phoveus gets picked up, Yuzong is pretty happy.
Or they can Yuzhong themselves. Gold lane, no.
I will go Harif.
Yeah.
I will Harif.
Yeah, Laos can.
Yeah.
There's the Farsa, banned out. What is Laos to play in mid?
If there's no other
Because
choice.
there's no Kimmy.
No other choice. A Valen we've seen in Novaria today is Selena. There are options, just not the easier to execute.
Kagura.
Kagura, yeah.
Kagura just kind of dropped.
I would say Kagura dropped because, again, execution.
How about Lunox?
Oh, there you go.
It's too soon. I think picking Lunox here is too soon.
Yeah. Harvey is the safest, but it's okay if they want something like a Claude or something. They just need range. Some kind of range, and they go for the Harvey.
Yep, they'll keep mid a secret until Red 5.
So Singapore, I think you go for... In the olden days, this is where you start to see a Moskov.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen a Moskov for a while, especially after the Chastas Pauldron has been introduced.
Even Claude kind of suffers from that.
But again, like in the olden days, I would go for Moskov, and then for the Rome, go for a Icho. And then you have a pretty solid draft. Or a Hylos. Hylos actually is not bad here.
They need something to stop the Fanny too.
Yeah, that's why Cho. But
It's
if
on
you just
Singapore now.
if you just force it out, go inside of their jungle, Hylos. So Hylos is good, Cho is good.
Or you keep that circle of order, like use that to just find the Fanny, pin her down. Or the Badang. We've seen this work.
Yeah, true. I keep forgetting about the Badang. And they do go for the Granger, not without this risk. Right? The Yuzong is onto you, the Khalid is onto you, the Fanny is onto you. In terms of mid picks, it's preferable for Laos to have some kind of siege to deal with both the Jushin as well as the Granger. If not there, Farsa not there. Novaria is an option. Probably not the best. Even if you take Valentina, not a lot of good alts here. Kadita? Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kadita.
Again, if you're not going to get range, at least get in range. So this is one way to do that.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. Laos got a pretty solid draft when it comes to bursting your opponents down. And Team Singapore, this is what I would say for them is a draft that you can autopilot on. Because this time Weilun is on that Lapu. So having a little bit more experience to understand where you go in and out. And Vanix, this is in a way, Granger is one of the heroes that put his name on the map.
Yep. Has won an MPL championship or two, played on the world stage with Granger and a few others. My only real disappointment here is Singapore played a very meta lineup.
They didn't want to win.
They want to make up for what happened game one.
Yeah.
Understandable.
They didn't want to wake up, and the coach understands that you need a draft that you're super comfortable with. Even if the fatigue starts to come in, your body will move before your brain.
Let's see if they can make that happen here. In game number 2, the final broadcasted game in today.
Oh.
Yep. Team Singapore secures it handily. Down bottom, Wee Loon going up against Futavan, and the Essence is able to take him down. First blood goes over to Team Laos. Jay is trying to punish him. Futavan is not having any of it. Juviana showing off such veteran wiles in the XP lane.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Weelun did try to fight that, but I believe we did discuss this, is the Lapu into the Yuzong is 100% Yuzong favored because the Lapu needs 4. Yuzong needs to attack you just a few times.
Yep. Level 2, Yuzong comes online. And it's very difficult to place your skills where you want him to be, especially one-on-one against a Yuzong like this.
Mm-hmm.
He would have gotten multiple stacks of Shaw Essence on you even before you could say stop.
Yep. So sit that at this point. We saw a Fanny earlier, won, but not really off of that Fanny except for the side lane pressure. Weelun at level 2. At 2 minutes of the game, Karita jumps in, gets onto Aaron, and looks like does get the kill. Team Laos starting the game off very confidently.
Yep. Riding off the momentum of game 1, and they find Brayden! They trade off for Sin Bandit, but that's not all. They keep going. They find another. And the Team Laos are calling the shots. Jay able to stop the turtle take, but it's too late. They're up by 500 gold, 2 kills, and everybody's back on the map.
Yep. Around, what about 500 gold advantage here for Laos, 2 kills on the opposite. Aaron this time couldn't control the jungle that well because Citadet is just flying around a little bit too much. In gold, it does look like it's a pretty equal lane. No real advantage for either or. Weelun is level 5, so I wonder if you want to try to get a kill, but everyone from the side of Laos is just a little bit too elusive except for the Khalid.
Oh no. Futavan put down to a third of his health. City Death did not expect that much damage reduction on Weelun. 2 chunky boys down bot. This is a very delayed turtle take. Oh, nice pop!
Weelun still survives though. The Lapu at level 5 has enough MR to make sure he doesn't get bursted down by a level 5 Kadita. The turtle is contested here, but Sin Bandit having the ult. Team Singapore has to be careful of their own positioning, and the risk of getting engaged on by the Khalid is a very dangerous proposition. I like that Brayden basically ignores the turtle that, you know what, I'm just gonna farm. That's all I need. I need to get full build at like what, 12-13 minutes.
Yep. He might even not care about the second turtle anymore because the first has already been secured. Meaning, if some way somehow he gets a second item by the third turtle, then sure. Oh my God. Tata Son almost falls. Brayden gets caught off cam.
So that kind of neutralizes it in a bad way for Brayden, right? Because his idea, I'm going to farm up fast, kind of like what Sakai's did in the game previously against Indonesia. But if he gets caught out by the Khalid, now that's very dangerous. Especially considering the fact, I'm pretty sure Brayden tried to farm as fast as possible using the traces to, more damage onto the creeps. By the time the Khalid spots you, you have no way to disengage. So maybe something for him to think about moving forward if he does want to go for that vertical jungling.
Yep. He can't afford another death like this. At least not in the early game. Twice already this early is lethal to their economy. Sure, they're keeping it close, about 500 gold between them, but I don't think this is the kind of start Singapore was looking for.
Happened earlier today, and if I remember correctly, was from Team Thailand. Having a good start, died twice, never died again, full build, comes back into the game.
But that was an ultra late game situation.
Hey, could happen. a lot of Blade of Heptases, though, coming in from Laos.
For here.
Dude, that was clever because instead of panicking, actually preparing the knockup early, instead of panicking, actually preparing the knockup early on the damagers coming in from Team Singapore, and then using all the skills just to run away. That was smart from Abbasid.
Oh no! One more hit! For once, Wheelun is able to dodge the Shah energy. Instead, it's Futavan who gets punished. Free kill for Aaron.
I gotta say, I was quite surprised the Black Dragon form popped there because there was no threat. None towards Singapore, and none for your team as well.
There was a prior threat. I think the response to what
Showing a bit of a fatigue where they're going in for a fight when they clearly don't have to. Again, like, even if you already popped the Black Dragon form, you don't have to go in.
And because of that, a huge gold lead for Singapore despite Braden dying. And a good chunk of that money is on Keith.
And the real question here is, does he have
That money is on Keith.
And the real question here is, does he have the Sky Piercer? Because he might have opted for a Hunter Strike first. If he does have the Sky Piercer,
That's 2 stacks.
maybe even 3.
Yep, currently at 3 kills. Keith is pushing through down bottom. Mid lane has already been taken down. Singapore winning the macro. This is their map.
Yeah, and this is them waking up, and maybe the Jushin is the first step for you to have a pretty good game, having good control over the vision, as well as not worrying about your own mid getting caught out. Even if it dies, it doesn't impact the game too much. Braden going back to farming, gets the orange buff. Not sure how much items. Basically, everyone. Key 4-0-1. And I gotta say, man, the fannies that we've seen today hasn't impacted that much. At least not for the first 8 minutes of the game. You know, basically putting as a split pusher. Now Kiev gets that Malefic Roar. So I have to assume both the Hunter Strike as well as the Sky Piercer was completed quite a while ago.
So short of saying, fannies are scaling in the current metagame, this pocket metagame we have in the SEA Games 2025. I think I agree with you. I think it's a matter of the lineups not pushing fast enough for the fanny to snowball out of control, so they end up having to rely on the map.
And no one's really squishy enough.
That too, a lot of chunky heroes just across the board. Heroes are just more sustainable.
And look at this. Clearing the wave, trying your best to delay, and then giving your opportunity for the Harif to eventually maybe pop off, right? After getting that Holy Crystal, looking at Singapore, unless Jay catches him, it should be pretty free for the Harif.
Lord spawned upper quarter. The long lane is hard to manage for Singapore given what that's doing. Lafel, let me mention it now before quick dance breaks out. You ready to go 36?
You know it, baby. I'm here all night. I'm here till 17.
We're not from Bangkok. Where do we go? What else do we have to do?
I'm here all the way to 17. And Aaron, even he's like, you know what? Give me that Sky Piercer.
Ooh.
If you're not gonna get it, I'm gonna get it.
I wonder if Keith has it though. I think he should have. He should.
He should. But you know,
there's 2.
He's like, hey, you miss 1 kill,
I'll take care of it. Lord very low. Braden falls down. Yours. Don't go sit in that. Singapore is able to repair the situation. Wheelun able to make sense of all that's happening. The Harith cannot take advantage of the Zaman force. He does get Aaron on the way out, but still a win for Singapore in my books.
Jay just gets the mic closer to his mouth and is like, hey, yo, bro, I got it.
Worry not, it's me.
And Keeve is there like, yeah, I'm 5-0-1. Jay comes from the back, gets 2, deals a lot of damage. Zaman Force pop, doing tremendous damage. But monster kill coming in from Keeve. Double kill. And now probably looking for a triple. The Fanny can't do much. The Lord is there. And Singapore, they're at the mid here, just happy getting that holy defense.
Fat stacks on that Granger. And I think Aaron scored 1 in the whole sequence. I think Team Singapore does not want to go 36 minutes. They want to end it here very soon before the map gets out of control, before Tatason's damage gets out of hand. Braden with an endless battle. I hate to say it, but this Yusichin is playing second banana to a Zushin and a Granger.
Hey, 7-0-1. At that point, you just tell your team, like, hey, I got vision. That's what I provide to the team.
Yep.
You want to know where they at? There you go.
Oh, bonus. I got a stun too.
Yeah.
Take care of it.
So 12 kills here in Kyiv with the BOD.
Sad sword.
It's almost like he's saying, like, I don't think I'm doing enough damage.
Let me get in there.
Yeah. So now at 11 minutes, if you have a BOD, Malefic Roar, and probably a Hunt Strike as well as the Sky Piercer, he's pretty much full build. The next item is going to be defensive, either Immortality, Wind of Nature.
I think Wind of Nature is a solid investment. Rose Gold.
Rose Gold.
If you're scared of the Kadira and the Harith finding you.
Yeah.
A minute until the Lord spawns. I think Singapore wants to get in the base first. Forcing a response. Black Dragon form from Futavan. Juviana. Able to delay the inevitable. Still a wave up top.
Singapore is such an equalizer, man. Like losing game one, winning, well, looking to potentially win this next one. Singapore might have wished, like, what if this was a best of three, man? We could have made it so much different.
Yep. Such is the nature of this competition. Again, a best of two forces you to perform as if each game is a best of one played in sequence, not a true series of three. So if this was indeed a best of three, maybe Singapore would even be making it to the playoffs. But here's the Diamond Force. The angle caught out by Team Laos. In comes Sin Bandit, and he's about to get punished. Looking to get that choke up, and the wall put up. The crack by Jay. The damage just wasn't there, not on the right spot.
And the range, because Team Laos, they were just a few pixels short, right? The Kadita flanking in, they did not notice, but unable to get in range. Wei Lun jumps in, try to force him Bandit, as well as Putavan to be away. Even the Crimson Beacon onto this Yuzong, actually able to get it. Cave dealing the damage, but Aaron gets the kill, and Jay takes down Cinderdet. All the while, Braden secures the Lord. Wei Lun is being the front line, and Keith and Aaron dealing free damage onto Laos.
And Laos is reeling right now. Without Futavan, without Citidet, there's not enough mobile heroes to respond to what what Singapore is doing. And how are they even catching them? Down goes Thatason! Oh my lord, I think Singapore can end this with this Lord in mid.
Flickers in, Wei Lun finds an angle, gets the stun with the Purify still on cooldown. Laos will try to defend, but this composition isn't really the best at wave clearing, and while they're trying to clear the wave, he's just shooting in the back.
And now the wall comes up. Sin Bandit goes down. Oh, Lord, Keith gets shut down. Braden falls again. And Jay cannot protect his softies. A quick choke by Aaron. Another stack for the Zushin. Futavan and Citidet doing their best to clear these waves. I think Laos have bought themselves a second wind.
As a caster, apologize to Keith because that just happens. You know, we're singing praises and then things happen. But Aaron just reminding his team that, hey, I got a Sky Piercer too. I can get the kills, but
that's why we both have it.
Yes, just in case. And it was good on Singapore to make sure that they don't overstay their welcome, because you could see that they were thinking about it. Like, in case we stay, can we end it? And clearly, they can.
Yeah, so the answer was no on both ends. They decided to cut their losses and buy time for this next Lord. Spawning in about a minute and change, lower quarter. I'd say the best thing to do here is to work on that long lane, push it to the point where Laos has to respond so that the Lord is ever freer. Look at this. They're cutting the exit. They're trying to find this dragon. Futavan going off out of boundaries just to survive.
At that point, he has imaginary HP, man. There was nothing left.
His HP was an idea.
Yes, but he still survives all the way. And now the minions are coming in, both mid as well as top. Keith will try to get that. And the Karina just explodes. Keith still survives. So that now does not have enough energy to continue to fight. And all the while, Aaron pulls back the Yuzong. Good crack coming in. Braden gets a kill onto Sin Bandit. Only 2 members left of Team Laos. The minions are coming in mid.
Oh, a good friend of mine would say at this point in the game, that's it! As Singapore go onto the base, sending a wave through bottom. Down goes Jay. The Zaman Force is good. Thatason, I take it back. That's not it quite yet. As City that gets shut down by Keith. 4 for 3, but still Laos able to defend.
This is what we say, man. Keith made his name with the Marksmans, the Moskov, the Brunos, and the Granger. And now even taking down the Lord, 11-1-3. Say what you will about his Lapu, man, but the Granger is no joke.
Again, they're juggling responsibilities as true cores. Aaron dies, gets his stacks, well, the little stacks he has on his Skype
Yes.
cut in half. Now it's Keith going back online, and as we did mention earlier, he's going to use that last slot for a Rose Gold Meteor, dog.
The Lord is here in mid. Braden trying to manage the waves, making sure that it crashes at the same time. A Wild Kadita is waiting, and he sees it. Does quite a bit of damage onto the Fanny. The Fanny does not have the energy to continue to fight.
Oh!
Opposite was caught all alone. The turret up top is going to get taken down. The Fanny trying to find a target, specifically Keith. Looks like not able to get it just yet.
For the Van with the Black Dragon form, cutting right through Team Singapore's lineup. The Zaman Force from Thatason, focused on clearing waves and the forward pushing momentum of Team Singapore. The base in jeopardy. A lot of damage dropped down. City that falls. Braden finds him. Sin Bandit up next. Keith, Skypiercer is unstoppable. The shutdown, the end, the base cracks. Team Singapore equalizes, ending the series 1-1.
Team Singapore has done it again, equalizing despite losing the first game, able to find back the momentum to close it out by getting another point for them. And this is the group of death where I believe everyone has a point, right? No one is going basically 0 wins in this entire group.
It was a tough group, and I think all the teams that competed there are all the tougher after ending it.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a memorable day for all the countries involved.
That's right.
Giving their very best. Even Timor-Leste that did not get a point, they showed heart.
Put on a show.
Everyone remembers them. Well, everyone that fought against them, especially Vietnam.
We just watched Laos versus Singapore, and we're still talking about Timor-Leste.
That's how insane that previous game was. But again, congratulations to Singapore and Laos as well, both getting a point each in this best of 2.
Both showing that they're capable of adjusting, both showing that they can put out when it's necessary. And I really like how Singapore showed that, okay, if we go back to the fundamentals and we play clean MLBB, even up against the wall, we can make something work.
Yeah. This is where you always have that discussion, especially amongst the fans. Which is better, go for meta or go for comfort? And there's plenty of games that can be a good argument for both. This is one of those games where comfort really shines, you know? And the Fanny so far has not been working. I still believe in the right hands. It's a little bit too dangerous, which warrants a ban, but definitely more of a niche ban than a permanent ban.
Yeah, Fanny working is a very loaded sentence. Because, yeah, some Fannies won today, some Fannies lost. But I think I'll agree. Well, let's put it at that. You have to know who your opponent is to make a Fanny ban something that is warranted.
Yeah, especially considering that this is one of those metas where a lot of heroes are viable. The ban slots are very precious, right? So if you ban on the Fanny and the opponent is not even considering it, quite a throwaway ban, especially if you understand your own strength, you understand whether you can fight against it or not. But either ways, that is the final game of the day. Quite a long day.
That's
for us about
that's an understatement.
13 hours-ish for us.
It's been one hell of a group stage here for the men's division of MLBB at the 33rd SEA Games. I think we're just waiting for the final spread of points and, of course, the breakdown of what happened in Game 2 there. But overall, that was just clean MLBB from Singapore.
Yeah, and probably just the official bracket to see what's going to happen in a few days' time. Later on tomorrow, which less than 12 hours from now, the female division will play, and the Philippines clean sweep in Group B, not taking a single loss. Won 2-0 against Malaysia, so everything is basically locked in. Unfortunately, Laos and Singapore did not make it out of groups. The same can be said for Timor-Leste.
I think the Philippines isn't done.
No, I think they're done.
A perfect sweep should be an even number. Right? A single win is a single point.
You're
You
right.
can't have played 7
Wait.
games and called it a day. We're waiting for this to end and for them to go
2,
to
4,
8.
6, 8. Wait,
Exactly. Your final score
Wait,
will
wait, wait.
always be a total of 8.
they were 7 points.
Mid-series.
No, before we started.
Exactly. So there's still somewhere there. They're still playing against Malaysia right now because Malaysia is also at an odd number.
6, 7.
7.
They're gonna stay at number 2. So again, pretty solid. Looks like Team Thailand will be going up against Team Malaysia. Vietnam going up against Indonesia.
We just
Like Team Thailand will be going up against Team Malaysia. Vietnam going up against Indonesia.
we just need to see the bracket.
Yeah. We should see the bracket soon because I like basically like a quick scour all over the internet and everyone's talking about it. And this is for tomorrow, which
That's
is
right.
the MLBB women's team. We'll be checking out Thailand going up against Vietnam as the first game. Afterwards, it is going to be Indonesia and Timor-Leste. And then in a different stream, you guys can see on Stadium A. But after those two matches, it's going to be Thailand against Laos and Indonesia against Myanmar.
Multiple times in the day, we're going to see the defending world champions of MLBB women's in a best of 2. I want to see Indonesia, and I also want to see the terror. Well, they're now known as terror
Yeah.
sports. The ladies from Myanmar. I want to see them play.
And we'll see, depends on tomorrow.
Yep.
'Cause what
Sadly,
if?
yep. Sadly, again, we never know. Yeah,
We
because
never know.
because the former world champions, also known as Navi PH, they're always on Stadium A.
I mean, hey, things could change.
Cross
Things could
fingers. Cross fingers. We see them. Everybody wants to see, the best of the best in women's. Did you see if we get Malaysian
Nope.
teams?
What I saw was all on the Stadium A side, but knowing today, and I have this philosophy of, if someone says it's confirmed, it's not confirmed.
I like that.
That's my philosophy ever since I was a kid, which shows how many